What's going on, guys? Minnesota here. Today I'm going to be bringing you my top 5 favorite movies of 2020. I know this is coming out a little later than anticipated, but here it is now. And yeah, I hope you enjoy the video. Let's just jump into it. Number 5, The Hunt.
What is happening? What is all of this?
The Hunt was a much different movie than I thought it was going to be. Going for a Hunger Games Battle Royale theme from its promotional material, The Hunt actually doesn't follow up with this approach at all. Its expectation subversion led me to enjoy this quite a bit. Spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't watched it yet. All the characters you see in the trailer, including Emma Stone, just die within the first 15 minutes. It was actually pretty funny when I first watched through it. The rest of the movie is told through the eyes of Crystal, a woman who may or may not have been mistaken for somebody else with a cliffhanger ending. Overall, it wasn't a perfect movie, definitely had some flaws, but I had a fun time watching it. That's why it slides into my number 5 spot. Number 4, The Invisible Man.
Adrian. He was a sociopath. He said that I could never leave him. He controlled how I looked and what I wore. Then I was controlling when I left the house.
Starring Elizabeth Moss as a runaway girlfriend from an abusive ex-boyfriend who had supposedly killed himself, The Invisible Man is a great action thriller movie that keeps you in suspense from beginning to end. I actually read the fictional novel by the same title by author H.G. Wells in middle school and enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought the movie was going to be an adaptation of some sorts to the novel, but I'm glad it wasn't because I enjoyed the film much more. My only fault really comes from its flat ending. I wasn't a huge fan of how they wrapped it all up, but overall I would definitely recommend this to any fan of the thriller genre. Number 3, Soul.
What is this place?
I unfortunately wasn't the biggest fan of Pixar's Onward, which released earlier this year. Luckily, I can't say the same about Soul. This is probably the most adult-oriented Pixar movie that has ever been made. But that doesn't mean children still won't enjoy it. Its message of uniqueness and identity is something that people often forget, and Soul's story does a great job at reminding us that we only get one life, and we should live it to the fullest. And as always, Pixar is the industry giant of animation, and they prove it once again here. The production quality is simply impeccable, and if you're watching it for the art alone or the story, either way, you won't be disappointed. Soul is a great movie for the whole family. Number 2, I'm Thinking of Ending Things.
Winter is coming in.
We have a real connection, a rare and intense attachment. I've never experienced anything like it.
Many will remember director Charlie Kaufman for his fantastic 2004 film, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which showcases one of Jim Carrey's best career performances. I'm here to tell you today that I'm Thinking of Ending Things has superseded that movie and become Kaufman's best work yet. The subtle details are hard to pick up on your first watch, but with every new viewing, I kept on finding new elements snuck in to show the viewers what's actually happening. Jesse Plemons and Jessie Buckley both do a fantastic job on their roles, along with Toni Collette and David Thewlis. I really think this movie flew under the radar for a lot of people, and I hope if you get a chance to check it out, you should. Number 1, The Father.
Friday, 31st of December, 1937.
You're living with your daughter at the moment?
Yes, until she goes to live in Paris.
No, Dad, why do you keep going on about Paris?
She told me.
No, I didn't.
I'm sorry, Anne, you told me the other day. Have you forgotten? She's forgotten. Paris. They don't even speak English there.
Dad, I'd like you to meet Laura.
How do you do, sir?
Easily Anthony Hopkins' best role since Hannibal Lecter, The Father takes my vote for the best movie of 2020. Dementia is something that actually hits pretty close to home for me since my late grandmother suffered from it. And although I didn't have the closest relationship with her, there was a drastic difference from how I remembered her in my early childhood compared to the last few years of her life. The presentation of the father captures this emotional feeling perfectly. What's unique about this film compared to most that are battling illnesses is that we're usually watching from an outside perspective as either a friend or a family member. The father, on the other hand, shows us Anthony, the elderly man with dementia, and the film is told entirely through his point of view. We see the decline firsthand in his confusion and poor memory. I encourage anyone watching that has had a family member suffer from dementia to watch this movie, because it truly is something special and will leave you understanding what this person is feeling that much more. The father really made 2020 just a little bit better. And that concludes my top 5 favorite films of 2020. Unfortunately, I didn't get to see most of these in theaters, but I'm hoping that'll change in 2021. What were some of your favorites? Were they on my list? Leave a comment below telling me your favorite movies of last year. Also, if you like this video, make sure to subscribe if you want to see more content similar to this. I'll have my socials linked in the description as well in case you want to follow me there. That's it from me, but until then, I'll see you all next time.